If you're running Google Ads and you're not getting as many phone calls as you expected, then this video is for you. I'll go over some of the common factors that can affect the call volume and share a few practical adjustments that can help you increase the number of phone calls over time. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you're running Google Ads and you want to increase the number of phone calls, here in this video we're going to go through some of the ways and which strategies you can apply that can help you to increase the number of phone calls with the goal of getting the same cost per phone call or cost per conversion. So this is one of our example account, and as you can see, in the last 7 days it has generated 136 phone calls and 70 conversions. So this is one of our example local service account, and you can see more of this kind of case studies from here as well, where I usually help local service businesses generate phone calls with Google Ads, and you can see more of this kind of case studies by visiting my website as well. And as you can see, we have 70 conversions and around 17.94 cost per conversion. So why the number of conversions are less than the number of phone calls? Because these phone calls can include phone calls from the same person, let's say, but they call 3 times. And we need to consider it as one conversion. Or the phone call length might be, let's say, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And you should not include them as your conversions. That's why the number of conversions can be less than the number of phone calls. And you can see other metrics as well, like conversion rate. And some campaigns can have, let's say, 30% conversion rate. Some campaigns can have less conversion rate. And overall, this is the conversion rate. So what strategies we need to use to increase the number of phone calls? First of all, I would suggest you to analyze the quality of your phone calls. So let's say you are getting phone calls, maybe the quality is not that good. Instead, you should focus on improving the quality rather than quantity. So one way of seeing the quality of the phone calls, I would just go to the insights and reports and go to the dashboards and check the call details report. As you can see here, we can see some data about the phone call duration. This may not include all the phone calls we generate. Mostly it can include calls happening directly from the ads, but sometimes it can also include phone calls happening from the website as well. So you can filter them by going to the filter section, and let's say we're going to filter the phone calls more than 60 seconds. And as you can see, we have 56 phone calls that are more than 60 seconds. So that's one way of analyzing the quality of the phone calls. And another way would be by listening to the call recordings. If you can get access to the recordings of your phone calls and see some patterns, for example, the quality is fine. They're interested in your services and the phone call quality is relevant to your target keyword. Or it can be completely the opposite. So people might be looking for different companies. People might be looking for different types of services. So you can analyze the quality of your phone calls by looking at different metrics. A quick reminder, if you want to know how I got 2x more phone calls using 2 key strategies in Google Ads, click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. And the next thing I would suggest, you should measure the cost per phone call or cost per conversion. Again, from here we can see the cost per conversion. These conversions are mostly phone call related conversions, but in certain industries they can also get phone calls as well as form submissions. But in your case, you should calculate that how much is your cost per conversion, and your conversions should be phone call related conversions. And after you have done that, we can move on to the next section, which means you should measure your ROI and profitability. Let's say you have analyzed your cost per conversion, and is it enough to make you profitable with that cost per conversion? Let's say our cost per conversion on average is $18. And with $18, can we be profitable? Let's say not every conversions you get can be a real lead. Maybe 1 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 2 might be a real lead. And you can, let's say, calculate it could be $36 per lead or it could be $54 per lead. And based on those numbers, you can calculate your ROI and profitability. And after that, if you can still be profitable with these current numbers, then you can focus on improving the number of phone calls. And let's say you have calculated your numbers and your cost per phone call or cost per conversions are fine. And the next step would be you can increase your individual campaign budgets. So if you're going to see the campaigns, let's say our total budget is $183.30 per day. And you can increase your budgets depending on your campaign performance. So as you can see, we have different campaigns and they have different daily budgets. And you can increase your budgets proportionally depending on their performance. So if you're going to see their cost per conversion data, so here as you can see, we have different campaigns and different campaigns have different cost per conversion. This is, by the way, the last 7 days data. You need to look at the longer time range. And with the first campaign, we have cost per conversion of $33, $15, $9, $14. So overall, I would increase most of the budgets with these three campaigns. But again, this is the last 7 days data. If you're going to see the last 90 days data, the numbers can be different. Again, as you can see, the longer time frame can be more reliable. So I would increase the budgets of these two campaigns more and increase this campaign budget slightly. So depending on their campaign performance, you can increase your budgets. And another way would be you can expand your target location. So let's say sometimes if you're generating phone calls at a certain cost per conversion, even if you increase the budgets, Google may not give you more phone calls. It can happen because you might have restricted your targeting so much that Google may not be able to generate you more phone calls at that cost per conversion. So another better way would be to expand your target location, and you can add more cities or more counties. With that way, you can expand your target location and you can have more search volume. And the next thing is you can test with more broad keywords or even broad match type of keywords. So let's say you have been using very specific high intent keywords. You can test your campaigns with more shorter tail keywords. Let's say you were using plumbing near me before, but now you can include more shorter tail keywords like plumbing services or plumbers, which can be one or two words, but still they can provide you more search volume, and the cost per conversion with them can also be good. That's how you can increase your search volume. Or another way would be, if you are already doing that, you can increase your match types. So let's say you are using only exact match keywords. Now you can try using phrase match and exact match in combination. Or let's say if you have been already using exact match and phrase match, you can try adding broad match keywords as well. So you may not add a lot of broad match keywords. You can add fewer broad match keywords, which can have the high potential of converting more users. And let's say if you see some good results with broad match keywords or phrase match keywords, you can keep adding more and more of those kind of keywords. And the next thing on our list, you can use call focused campaigns or ad copies. So with the campaigns, you can create different ad groups. Let's see this campaign as an example. So as you can see, we have different ad groups and it's showing 15 ad groups. Sometimes I might have even more ad groups, 20, 30 ad groups, depending on the industry. So the point is you need to have different ad groups, and the ad groups should be created in a way that can attract more phone calls or conversions. So for different service types, you can create different ad groups. For different locations, you can create different ad groups. For different keyword nature, you can create different ad groups. And with that way, the main goal is, as always, to generate traffic that can bring you more and more phone calls. So that's one way of creating ad groups. And another way would be by creating ad copies with the headlines and descriptions that is focused on to generate more and more phone calls. So I'm going to show you one example from my test account. So let's say this is an example ad and it is offering emergency plumbing services, and we're going to see the ad. And as you can see, these are the keywords: 24-hour emergency plumber near me. And we have lots and lots of similar type of keywords. And if you're going to scroll down, we have target keywords, we have call to actions, we have other unique selling points. And the point is, you need to create your headlines and descriptions in a way that can be relevant to your target keywords. And at the same time, they should attract phone calls. By looking at your headline or description, people should already know that they need to contact your business or call to your business to solve their problem. So with your headlines and descriptions, you need to urge them to call to your business. So here I've pinned the headlines, but you don't have to pin the headlines, and Google Ads can mix and match the headlines and descriptions that can have higher click-through rate. And that's how you can create your ad copies to generate more phone calls. And another way would be creating landing pages that can help you generate more and more phone calls, or to create call focused landing page. And I would focus mostly on the mobile version of the landing page, and the mobile version of the landing page should attract more users and should be created in a way that can generate you more phone calls. And with my own clients, I usually try to build their landing page for free using my own templates, because landing page can also be one of the most crucial factors to convert relevant users, and that can help you to increase your conversion rate. So let's imagine this is our landing page and we're going to see its mobile version. And I usually check their mobile version like this. So this is a mobile version, and we can check it with different screen sizes. Let's say this is for iPhone 14 Pro Max. And that's how it will look like with the mobile version. And with the mobile version of the landing page, you have clear headline, which is relevant to your target keyword, and a little bit of description and your call to action, which can be call us now or form submission. And that's how you can create call focused landing page. That's a very brief explanation of how you can create a call focused high quality landing page. And again, you can watch my free video and get more information about how to build high quality call focused landing pages. So landing page is also one of the most important factors turning the traffic you're getting into high quality phone calls or form submissions. So these are some of the ways I would apply to increase the number of phone calls with Google Ads. Again, if you guys want to know how I doubled the number of phone calls using 2 effective strategies in Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below and I will send you the video of how I did that for free. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls for your business using Google Ads, you can also apply to work with me and I'll try to manage your Google Ads campaigns at an affordable rate. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.